Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Today I am circling back to the warning. I decided to go ahead and go with the next one on my regular list, barring some newer ones. 6 Feet Deep. This is the official video. I'm not sure yet if I will go ahead and watch a live version of it this time or save that for another reaction. But my last reaction to their newer song, Kerosene, I decided to go ahead and do that. There's a couple of artists that I'm kind of evolving into that process, doing double features, listening to the original and a live version of the same song. This band is amazing no matter what, so I can't go wrong either way. Just a couple of things before we get started. If you would like to request a specific reaction, you can do so via donation link in the description. Send along the information of the song you'd like me to hear, and I will add it to my list. Also, I take notes during my reaction, so if you see me looking down periodically, I'm just writing down a couple of things so I can remember what I want to talk about. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
What if I'm selfish? Everyone else is. You're not a product of God, pretend you're selfish.
Listen to that bass.
But it's expected, 'cause you always come back over and over again. Lost loving, art of pretending. Digging your grave, is that what you were intending? Lethal injection, yeah, you always
And that guitar.
come back over and over again. What you gonna say when you're talking?
Okay, I need to rewind it. This, was that really halfway over already? Almost halfway over. I'm sorry, I'm going to rewind it. I'm trying to pay attention to a lot of stuff at one time and was really focused on the visuals here. I'm probably going to watch a live version just to be thorough. Okay, let's go ahead and start it over here. Getting a haunted, ghosty vibe here. That bass.
What if I'm selfish? Everyone else is. You're not a
Listen to
product,
that.
pretend yourself this, but it's expected, 'cause you always come back over and over again. Lost loving, art of pretending. Digging your grave, is that what you were intending?
Listen to that guitar.
Lethal injection, yeah, you always come back over and over again. What you gonna say when you're talking on my name? 'Cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. Got you figured out. Can't get any lower now. 'Cause it's over.
Huh. Can't get any lower.
I'll be seeing you underground.
That riff, my God.
I know you felt this. Feeding your pride, put your ego where your mouth is. It's countless how many times you pushed me over again. But it's way too late. Nothing left to hate.
Ooh.
So weaker and bow down. Ooh, but you pray till you got till you chewed up and spat out. So what you gonna say when you're choking on my name? 'Cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you under. 'Cause it's over.
Rear Window, The Manchurian Candidate, 6 años, that's 6 years. That first one,
When you're choking on my name, 'cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. Got you figured out. Can't get any lower
Wow.
now, 'cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground.
that riff gives me goosebumps.
Underground.
Man. Oh, snap. It's almost like a movie. 2024. Oh my goodness. Obviously got some ghost and haunty vibes from the very beginning based on the silhouette in the window in the beginning. And then all of the door closing and the lock on the button lock on the door going in by itself. Musically from the very jump, that was dark and heavy and groovy. The entire song was extremely catchy, like a 10-second song, I'd say. A lot of their music is like within 10 seconds. I love it. There was so much that stuck out about that, but I have to say probably the most prominent and one of the earliest things to stick out was the bass. The low end of the song was dominant. It had this thickness, obviously, but I don't know. It was very dominant and very prominent, and I loved it. There were some delicious riffs in there. There was one point where there was just this odd guitar riff, very short, in this ear, and then it came over in this ear. And I believe that was right before the chorus, the first chorus. Danny's vocals were overall controlled in that, but I felt, of course, this underlying tension the entire time, like something was about to snap. And there was a point, I think it was like right in the middle of the song, her vocals got extremely soft, which I can't recall if I've heard that from her yet. So that part of the song vocally stood out to me as well. Coupled with the dark, heavy energy from the very beginning, with that enveloping low-end, thick bass, and her vocals. So all those things combined set the tone for pressure. I felt like this pressure building. The chorus kind of opened up the song a little bit, but it never kind of gives any kind of a relief from that pressure buildup because they go back into the verses and build that again. I think it was after the chorus or during the chorus, that riff from her. Maybe I should go back and find it. Okay, yeah, it was right after the chorus. It's this part here. Right here. Oof. Crazy how powerful that was in the moment and every time I heard it. I would probably describe that riff as mean and aggressive. which is in a song one of my favorite things. Pow had a role in this as well. Obviously, she was the drummer and provided backup, but she was kind of the driving force for the whole song and the whole band. They were incredibly tight instrumentally together. It felt completely locked in. But Pow was driving that, I believe, with her drumming. That's what it felt like to me. And then you had LA's bass just almost smothering you in a good way. And then Danny's guitar and vocals providing that aggression and tension. That one felt slightly more modern, and I can't really put my finger on why. There were just some certain tones or notes, especially when she said something about, and it's over. Just the way she sang that, it felt more modern. And then the very end, when the credits are rolling, I noticed part of the song that was just keys, and that kind of added to the modern flair of this song for me. I think I caught most of the lyrics. I can't remember everything, but it sounds like it's about a relationship or a person who they are telling in no uncertain terms that it's over. You've gone the lowest of the low, and I will see you underground when you're 6 feet deep, or they're going to metaphorically bury you 6 feet deep, and they'll see you there. I don't know if that means that they're going to go to the same level, or if that just means they're putting them in a hole to bury them and get them out of their lives, and that they're just done. I don't know. I guess let's go ahead and take a look at the lyrics. Might as well. Okay, so what if I'm selfish? Everyone else is. Wow. What if I'm selfish? Everyone else is. You're not a product of God. Quit telling yourself this. But it's expected, because you always come back over and over again. Lost love and art of pretending. Digging your grave. Is that what you were intending? Lethal injection. Yeah, you always come back over and over. This first line of what if I'm selfish, everyone else is, that sounds like something someone would say to somebody who's gaslighting them, maybe. It sounds like if this is a person, this person is incredibly egotistical, maybe narcissistic, very maybe abusive, and relentless, and maybe lacking some self-awareness, just based on this first verse. Digging your own grave, is that what you're intending? Whatever behavior they're displaying, they're obviously not self-aware of how bad it is. Okay, so the chorus, yeah, what you gonna say when you're choking on my name? Okay, so somebody's talking shit, because it's over, 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. Got you figured out. Can't get any lower now, because it's over, 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. Okay. This has a little bit of the same type of vibe that Kerosene had. It's making me wonder if somebody wronged them. And I understand the song Kerosene came about from a conversation they were having with somebody, and it was kind of more general than specific to a person. This may be from the same perspective as well. I think everybody, most of us, can relate to these feelings that are being described in the song, like somebody comes into your life and just wreaks havoc, and you need to get rid of them. And you almost have to lower yourself to their level to do it. Verse 2, prodigal son. Yeah, I know you felt this. Feeding your pride, put your ego where your mouth is. It's countless how many times you've pushed me over again. Okay, the fact that they mentioned a male, maybe, they intended this to be about a relationship. I'm not sure. It could have been anybody or also general. But it's way too late. Nothing left to hate. Such a bitter taste. What a shame. And then it's the chorus again. So the bridge, this is where Danny's voice got very soft. We're all seeing black now. Meet your maker and bow down. But you pray to your God till you're chewed up and spat out. That's very interesting line there. Okay, and then it's the chorus again, and the outro is I'll be seeing you underground. So that sounds like a threat. Like, don't play with me. Just, I've had enough of your shit. The way I've handled it thus far has not worked, so I am going to lower myself to your level just to get rid of you. Okay, I don't know. I'm probably reading into it, but let's read the about part. 6 Feet Deep, the opening track on the Warning's fourth studio album, Keep Me Fed, was one of the last songs written for the album and was written in the band's hometown of Monterrey, Mexico. In the track-by-track breakdown for this song, drummer Paulina describes it as the album's focus track. She explained that it's about dealing with somebody that has a God complex. And how frustrating it can be to push those types of people off their pedestal and ground them in reality for a second. Song received a horror-themed music video to coincide with its release, inspired by the science fiction television series Stranger Things. Okay, that makes sense. I've seen the first couple seasons of that show, so yeah, that totally makes sense. I wasn't too far off, I don't think. But the God complex, yeah, that's most definitely. They even mention God a couple of times. And this even pushing them off the pedestal too. Like, sometimes you got to put people in check. Or my personal preference is to be a mirror to people when they're behaving like this. Kind of behave myself in a way that you wouldn't, or they wouldn't expect. To kind of reflect their behavior back onto them. Okay, so let me see which live version we should watch. Okay, so there's a recent one 9 months ago. Sirius XM. Is there no Pepsi Center or Teatro? Auditorio Nacional. CDMX. National Auditorium in Mexico City. Is there anything from their channel that's live? This is a visualizer. I don't want that.
2 hours later.
Okay, it looks like Pinkpop 2025. This has 1.4 million views. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this. However, let me just click on it here. Pause it. Okay, it looks like it's queued up. I'm going to watch it from the beginning, though. There are several other songs of which I have not heard. There's a lot of songs that I haven't heard. My God, I have so much more to do. Let's go ahead and take a listen. I hope this was a good one to pick. Like I said earlier, I don't think you could go wrong. Are you going to say anything? Do I need captions on just in case? Man, that would be so cool. tuning her guitar.
Are you guys ready? All right, let's do it. What if I'm selfish? Everyone else is. You're not a punk, I've got to tell yourself this. But it's expected, cause you always come back over and over again. I love it, I'm not pretending. Digging your grave is how you were intended. Equal rejection, yeah, you always come back over and over again. That's too gonna say when you're joking on my name. 'Cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I think it was the love that you think you love. Can't get any lower now. 'Cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I think it was the love. Prodigal son, yeah, I know you felt this. Feeding your pride, picture ego where your mouth is. It's countless how many times you push me over again. But try to leave, but I love to hate. Just a bitter taste for the same.
Did I hear some falsetto there? So what you gonna say when you're joking on my name? 'Cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. Not still faking up. Can't get any lower now. 'Cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. I'll be seeing you underground. Okay, I have to pause it there because they're going to go on to the next one. Okay, Pepsi Center and Teatro had a lot more production, I think, and the sounds were just fuller from those two concerts. So I might have picked the wrong live version. It just seemed to be a little bit more subdued, sound-wise. But I mean, I noticed that Ollie's bass was not as suffocating in that performance, but I don't know if that's something that is produced in the studio and hard to do live, or just maybe I should have picked a different live performance of that one. Regardless, it still hit me as hard. It was still amazing as the studio version was. I think I heard some falsetto there from Danny. She did get soft, like in the bridge of the music video version. I can't recall if she was singing in falsetto there. I thought it was just like a softer, full voice, but I definitely heard some falsetto there, which was different. Yeah, I wonder if she has like a song, any songs, slow songs, or like, you know, like a solo or vocal or anything that kind of shows off her falsetto a little bit. But yeah, that was awesome. Another one, like a couple of other artists I've been listening to, I'm waiting for the crap shoe to drop with this band, and it hasn't happened yet. You know, I get this enormous amount of anxiety built up before I do reactions to the warning or to Aurora and now Porcupine Tree. Just wondering, is this going to be the crappy song that I don't like? Is this going to be the one that doesn't sit with me, that doesn't click with me? And so far, I have not had a crapshoot with this band at all. At one point, I'd say that's so rare, but I'm having a few other artists where that's also happening, but could also be attributed to the fact that I am listening to a lot more music and different artists in this process. So I'm being exposed to more of great bands like this where everything is just incredible. Thank you so much for being here to share this with me. Thanks for listening to all my rambling. I will see you on the next one. No, I don't want to pick you up right now. Do you want a foot massage? Oh, he likes a foot massage.